they are working it out. Now, there was a lot of women in there. How could you possibly train all those women at one time?
You know what? Just because I have met with each one of these women individually, so I know each one of their goals. I know exactly how much weight each one of these girls can actually lift.
Okay.
I know how many calories they're eating. I know everything about these women that are in my boot camp.
Oh.
So it's not like they're just showing up to a group exercise class. This is not something you're going to get in a gym. This is not, here, sign up, show up,
right.
Here we go. No, I know what's going on. I know who their husbands are. I know everything that's going on in that group.
Now, do you have a website or anything where we can find out about the personal training? Oh, you know what? I was going to say to you, because this is important, the economy the way it is, do you think if somebody can't afford, let's say, personal training, do you have anything like a group lessons or group training where we save a little on the money?
Yes, you know what, with this economy, I am seeing a shift. And before it was 100% one-on-one, and then I started doing 2 people together, and then I started doing 3 people together. So people are sharing their hour with their trainers. So, and it really works out well, because I'll train up to 5 women at a time if they're not in a boot camp.
Really?
And they just split the cost, and then they can afford to come several times a week.
So we're going to have you do some exercise, but first of all, what is the website to make sure we can get people out there? She's got a website. You should check it out for the boot camp, the personal training, and what is that?
PJ's Personal Training for You.com.
PJ's Personal Training
for
You.com. I have to say, is it true I have down on here you have 5 children?
I do. I have 5 boys.
Oh,
yes.
my goodness.
2 of them in college.
Really?
Yes.
Well, when we come back, Pam's going to show some exercises you can do in your own home. So get your mats out, get the water, get ready, and make sure you maybe you want to get the recorder ready because you're going to want to play it back over and over again. So stay tuned.
Lou Gehrig was baseball's Iron Man, but lost it all to ALS, a muscle-wasting disease that destroyed his skills and ended his life in just a few years. MDA's been leading the fight to vanquish ALS for decades, investing over $130 million in ALS research and services, and now maintaining 24 MDA ALS centers across the country. Call 1-800-572-1717 to learn more about what MDA is doing to strike out ALS and save lives.
We are back, and I'm here with personal trainer Pam Williams and one of her clients, Michelle Skidmore. Michelle, thank you for joining us. Pam, take us through a few of these exercises we can do at home.
All right, let's do this. All right, Michelle's already warmed up, so we're starting this out, and she's going to do a hybrid move where she's going to go ahead and go into squats and rows, and she's going to go ahead and take it down. And she's pulling her shoulders all the way back. She's sitting all the way down like she's sitting on a bench. Now she's working the upper body and the lower body together. And what she's doing is she is inhaling and exhaling as she's doing the movement. She's pulling her abs in nice and tight. Unfortunately, we do see this move done incorrectly a lot, and people try to put their knees over the tip of their toes. She really has to sit back to make sure that she's really getting her glutes. The next move that Michelle's gonna go right into, she's gonna work her biceps along with her legs again. So she comes down and she comes right back up. Now this is extremely important that when Michelle comes straight down, it's straight down like a carousel horse. So she's not lunging forward, even though it's called a lunge. The lower body is a lunge, but she's coming right up and down, and she's got that little bit of that holding phase where she's going up 1, 2, 1, 2, and we don't want to rush this move. We want to take our time and do this move. Now, on both of these moves, what you're going to do is 3 to 4 sets. On this move, I'd like to see 4, so that way you do the right and left leg. We're going to move right into the chest, and now she's going to go into an incline push-up. Now, for the ladies that are watching this, this is much better for the ladies in incline because this gives us a lift, and it helps put the girls back where they were. Up you go. Exhale, she pushes away. She's nice and straight. She is not doing a face-up because if she dropped that neck, it is not a push-up, and she's not working her neck, and that's just going to give her a fat neck, and she doesn't want that. And she's nice and long. Her core is pulled in nice and tight. That's also working the core. Okay, Michelle's going to go right into from here. She's going to go into the back of her arms, her triceps. Her hands are in this position. They're forward. She's going to stay very close to the bench. This is where we see a lot of injuries. Girls, this is this area in here. She's going to go up and down here. She's going to exhale as she pushes up. Now, what happens is a lot of people feel like they need to put their legs way out here, and they've got to go way away from the board. If they do that, they're going to rip the rotator cuff. And I have a lot of clients coming to me, coming off physical therapy because they made this mistake. So stay close to the board. And you might have to build up to this one. You'll do them, and then you'll come on up, Michelle. Let's go ahead and go into your shoulders. She's gonna go right into her shoulders, and then we're gonna go into the abdominal work. Now, this is gonna work all the shoulders. As she comes up and down, she comes from the front through the mid-shoulder into the back of the shoulder. And this is gonna give her the nice cut in the back as she comes up. Good breathing. Standing up nice and tall. Good. Okay, Michelle, let's go ahead and go right into those abs. Great. Now, all these moves can be done. You're not gonna have a bench probably at home. That's okay, because these can be done on vacation on a bathtub. These can be done on a coffee table. These can be done on a chair. So what's happening here is Michelle goes back. She's pushing her abdominals down. Her tailbone is tucked under, and she has total control. Now, this move is for a tiny bit more advanced student. If she wanted to do just regular abdominal crunches, she could also do that. This is for someone that's a little bit more athletic. Okay, now, our move here, we're gonna go ahead and come on down. She's gonna go into the plank. Now, if you've worked your abs, you wanna work the opposing muscle, which is the erector spinae. Back, stabilizing. Now she's gonna just stabilize her. She's gonna take it down. Notice how it's like a plank. It's called walking the plank. So she's nice and straight. Her abs are pulled in nice and tight, and she is not looking under her body. She's looking at her fingernails. And she's gonna hold this and she's gonna breathe. She's gonna hold it for about 30 seconds. Try to build up to a minute. From this move, we're still gonna do the plank, but it's called a side plank. She's gonna come up on to her side. She's gonna come directly underneath her body, and she's gonna hold this area up right here, and she's gonna make sure she breathes and it's nice and straight. Unfortunately, I see a lot of people leaning into this. Now, say you're not strong enough to do this yet, the modification is gonna be with the leg over the front. All right, there you go. Thank you, Michelle, great job.
Thanks. That's the end of the show. I'd like to thank my guests, Pam Williams and Dr. Jodi Jones. Until next time, I'm Scott Stewart, and that's just a slice of What's Up Orange County.